halberdier.
Ready for action. Yes, my liege.
He's ready for action. Can't go wrong with this chap. He knows exactly what to do. He's got cleave. I do understand what you're saying about agility, hero for armor, build up. There's definitely value to that too. Seeing as strength was quite difficult to build up. But it was about multiplying the damage. It depends whether we can pull that off. Yeah, good start. Can we survive and get the first reward? We'll find out. Get him out of here. That's the skeleton down. Now for the scorpion.
What do you need?
And now for 600 strength as a reward.
Right.
Oh, not quite. So there's the int per level. Shouldn't really need that. Although... lifesteal. Maybe you just build up the lifesteal. Attack cooldown is one of my favourites, but I'm wondering if I can build up the lifesteal for some sustain, because that's the problem I had before.
On my way.
Is I just couldn't sustain. So perhaps we try to build that up. Was it 1 glove of haste? Was that one of the rewards? Wow.
On my way.
Don't you build up damage in any talent equally? Well, you want to stack as much strength as possible, ideally. The best thing to do would be to get strength, 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 and then get rewards to get strength, and then get rewards to multiply strength, because that would increase my damage as well, but
Aye, my lord.
you don't have a choice.
Orders.
Ah, mirror image.
Aye,
That's a really good one.
say the word.
That makes your life a lot easier when it comes to defending the pillar
Yes, my
and
liege.
controlling the
What
mobs.
do you need? On my way.
Super, super busted
Yes,
spell.
my liege. Right. Of course.
Right, of course.
Right.
Yes,
Aye,
my lord.
On my way.
On my way.
Say the word.
I'm getting attacked from behind by a flying machine.
Orders.
Cinematically, you can see me in the distance fighting off the skeletons and the icy murlocs. Whoa. Flying machine getting the priority there. I don't know if the Murgle, you know, he feels bad about that, really. Just automatically ignore him.
Right.
What do the reward be?
Yes, my liege.
Well, it be rubbish is what it be. That's all so bad that I actually think the movement speed is the winner.
Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. On my way. Of course.
So he can go fast.
Aye, my lord.
Real
On my way.
fast.
Of course. Aye, my lord. Right. Right. On my way. Aye, my lord. Of course. Aye, my lord.
Like the video and subscribe for quality content. That is of the Warcraft free variety. I'm going to stab him from behind. Surely that should do more damage. Looks like he's frosting. He spotted me attacking him from behind and he doesn't like it. I like that model. It's a cool model. Oh, back in those old 90s days. Well, technically it's 2000s, early 2000s, but when they were working on this, it's 90s. Where the so-called 3D looking objects are actually still just 2D. The chains on that character is just 2D. 2D sprite. Oh, blimey. That mana shield's doing some work for you, isn't it?
On my way. Right. Say the word. Of course. Aye, my lord. Orders.
Well, animate dead, because everything else is bad. Yes, sir, Bob.
Yes, my liege. Of course. On my way.
Animate dead is a good one because
Right.
it can remove the corpses
Orders.
instead of
On
the
my way.
AI
Of course.
resurrecting those corpses to fight against you. Hardened skin falls off, blood loss falls
On
off.
my way. Of course.
Oh,
Aye, my lord.
excuse me.
Aye, my lord. Say the word.
Let's get him, boys.
You need. Wah!
One big juggernaut, level 10.
Yes, my liege. On my way. Say the word. Right. Of course.
Okay, I'll run a bit.
On my
It's like
way.
I'm fighting against a boss
Aye,
here.
my lord. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. On my
Oh,
way.
that's a bad
Of
shot.
course. Aye, my lord. Orders. Right. On my way. Say the word. Right. Attack! Orders. Yes, my lord. You need. Attack! Aye, my lord. Yes,
Run.
on my way. Of course. On my way. Aye,
Wait
my
for the
lord.
cooldowns.
Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. Of course. On my way.
That attack type is so weirdly scuffed, honestly.
Right.
It's so sort of random how it's spread out. I mean, it's kind of like trying to hit where you are, but it doesn't always do that. It kind of just sometimes goes in the direction that it thinks you might go.
On
It doesn't
my way.
obey a rule for some reason.
Of course. Aye, my lord. Orders. Right. On my way. Say the word. Of course.
This Infernal is too strong. It's too powerful.
What do you need?
I actually don't know if he's going to run off, if he's going to disappear.
Aye, my lord.
This Infernal's a big problem. That was a
Say the
tough level.
word. On my way. Right. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. Yes, my lord. Aye, my lord. Of course. Aye, my lord. You need. Orders. You need. On my way.
Yeah, he's not disappearing anytime, this Infernal.
Right. Aye,
I'm not really efficient enough to fight against him one-on-one.
on my way. Right. Yes, my lord. Aye, my lord. On my way.
Yeah.
Orders. What do you need?
Not even a boss yet. I guess I'll take the agility per level. It's not much, but it's something.
Yes, my liege. On my way.
Otherwise, movement speed was looking pretty good again.
Right. On my way.
Dearie me.
Say the word. Right. Of course. Orders. Yes, my liege. Say the word. What do you need?
Our forces are under attack.
On my way. Right. Let me at 'em. Say the word. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Of course. What do you need? Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
Say the word.
On my way. Right. Orders. Attack! To arms!
Well, this level's definitely a little bit more tolerable.
Run! Attack! To arms! Say the word. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
What kind of ogre would you be? Would you be a warlord? Would you be an ogre magi? Would you be a brute?
What do you need?
A rock thrower?
What do you need? Right, of course.
Hey. 24 strength, please.
Say
Thank
the
you.
word. Of course. Yes, my liege. Yes, my liege. Right. Aye, my lord. On my way.
I'm scared.
What do you need? Right. Aye, my lord. Let me at 'em.
Oh dear. He's countered me. And he's leveled up as well. I actually made him stronger.
What do you need?
Oh dear.
Aye, my
Oh,
lord.
he's doing like 60 damage per hit.
Yes, my
He's
liege.
pretty mean.
Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord.
Why are you such a bully, Carl? Carl, come back!
Of course. Aye, my lord.
Come!
Right.
Wait! Alright.
Say the word. On my way. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. Orders. Let me at 'em. On my way. Say the word.
Should have used that earlier, shouldn't you?
What do you need? On my way. Here's my lead. Here's my lead. Of course. Orders.
Smoky Bomb is one of the strongest too. Or you can get 10% strength, which is amazing. It's a 6.8 strength.
Say the word. Aye, my lord. On my way. What do you need?
Yes, me lord. Take the reduced cooldown on Smoky Bomb.
What do you need?
Smoke 'em.
Of course. Aye, my lord. Right. Here's my
Yeah,
lead.
start
Of course.
stacking up my 6.8 strength.
On my way. Of course. Aye, my lord. Orders. Right. On my way. Say the word.
I see someone coming
Of course.
down the
On my
hill
way.
from the
Right.
distance.
Here's my lead. To arms!
Let's
On
see
my
how
way.
it is.
Attack! Aye, my lord. Say the word. What do you need? Say the word. Right.
Do you mind?
Of course. Here's my lead. On my way. Of course. Right. Aye, my lord. Orders. Aye, my lord. What do you need? Orders. Say the word. Right. On my way. Of course. To arms! Here's my lead. On my way. What do you need? Orders. Here's my lead. Attack!
Mitigates.
Say the word.
I guess I can do Smoke Bomb as well. I was just testing the boundaries of my mana.
Right. Of course. Orders. What do you need? Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way. Say the word. Right.
No.
What do you need?
I have to be Healing Ward then.
Orders.
And now we just need
Right.
Command Aura
Of course.
and maybe Drunken Brawler.
Say the word.
I know.
Yes, my liege. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right. Of course.
What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? What have we got?
On my way. Right. Of course.
Ugh.
Say the word.
Stumpy boy.
Yes, my liege. What do you need?
Stompy.
Aye, my lord.
If we keep 2 mobs on Stompy, he shouldn't do a War Stomp. Wow.
Say the word.
Okay.
Aye, my lord. Say the word. Right.
Life Drain is really good for like a spellcaster. But remember, you get attacked by so many mobs, you can't Life Drain multiple mobs. You can only Life Drain one at a time.
On my way. Of course.
Have any of you people used an erasable pen?
Orders.
I think I'm going to save my mana. I don't know. It's tempting to buy that. Oh yeah, take the agility per level then. Go on then. I'm going to try to save my gold to see if we can get some 4K items first.
Of course.
Like a decade ago. Was it any good? It's going to get my mum a present. She likes doing a lot of Sudoku puzzles, and she has to write all over the puzzles to try to work it out. And then it just becomes a scribble scramble.
Right.
You got pencils and you can erase those, but those sort of wear off and stuff, and sometimes a bit scuffed.
What do you need?
Otherwise, I think I saw something about an erasable pen. I doubt it works as well as I think, but could try it. I know. Yeah, you got pencil and all that. They erase pretty cleanly. Yeah, that's it. Did you use a particular make or something, or just get any old brand from Amazon? From the Amazon in the jungle. See if any leopards have any. Why is it that polar bears don't actually look that strong? Like, they're supposed to be MVPs, right? But they always look a little bit weaker to me than grizzly bears do. Feel free to fight me on that. That's my hot take of the day.
On my way. Let me out. Say the word. Orders.
They're always wet, so they look smaller.
Of course. I'm in
Yeah, could be it.
on my way. I'm in of course. Right.
They always look a bit smaller than I think they would do.
On my way. Right. Dwarf! Of course. Attack! Say the word. Orders. I'm in order. What do you need? Yes, my liege.
Is it worth getting that? Yeah, let's try more lifesteal whilst we can. It's going to be harder to put that on otherwise. I want to try a bit more lifesteal. See if I can make that work a bit more. Nothing to buy.
Yes, my liege. On my way. Aye, my lord. Right. Of course. Of course. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. Let me at 'em. What do you need? Orders? Aye, my lord. Say the word. Of course. On my way. Right. Let me at 'em.
See, that's not so bad.
Of course. Right. On my way. Attack! Say the word. Dwarves! You need. Aye, my lord. On my way. Of course.
Oh, the mana shield. Why you gotta do this to me?
Orders. Yes, my lord. Orders. You need. For Lord of
Get him out of here. He's lasted long enough. Alright, there we go.
Let me at 'em.
Peace and quiet now.
Aye, my lord. Orders. Attack! Let me at 'em. Aye, my lord. On my way. Of course. Right, right.
I consider that.
Say the word.
Hey. The Queen says yes.
On my way.
Slay.
Of course.
That's a lot of strength. Building it
Aye,
up.
my lord. Of
Building it
course.
up.
On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. Right. On my way. Of course. On my way. Of course. Right. What do you need? Aye, my lord.
Oh, that's big lad.
Dwarf! Dwarf!
Do I use animate dead? Yeah, you better.
Orders. Yes, my liege. Right. You need. Say the word.
Wasn't there command aura? What, out of those options? I don't remember seeing it.
Aye, my lord. What do you need? Orders. Yes, my liege. Let me at 'em.
Okay, I can slowly build up a bit of mana now.
Aye, my lord.
Yeah.
Say the word.
Bugger. There it is. Dead ability. That's rough. Could do cannibalize just to get rid of the corpses as well. Let's summon polar bear. Yeah, no, not mentioned it. Inferno can have a stun. Costs a lot of mana though. Yeah, nice dog. Heal was kind of too clunky to use, I think. I think it's kind of really clunky. Bear can get aura. I think cannibalize, if nothing else. I think I don't even know if I'm going to be using cannibalize. Basically, I'm not really going to be using any of this.
Say the word. On my way, of course. Right. Aye, my lord, of course.
So you're forced to take it.
Orders.
Sometimes the hands of fate must be
On my way.
forced. Got some good abilities otherwise.
Yes, my
Can't
liege.
win them all. Very unlikely to
Aye,
win them
my
all.
lord. Attack! You need orders. Say the word. Yes, my liege. Say the word. Right. On my way. To arms! Attack! On my way. You need let me
You wouldn't summon a bear. Are you doing that reference to
right.
the wouldn't steal a car? Steal a handbag?
Let me at 'em. Aye, my lord.
Does catnip work on bears? "25-second cooldown on cannibalize."
Attack!
Jeez.
Orders.
Is the most powerful bear the panda bear?
On my way.
Because China is enamored
What do
with
you
the
need?
panda bear. And China is #1.
Aye, my lord. Of course.
This is for later on, this item.
Yes, my liege.
7% on the old life still.
Aye, my lord.
Uh-oh, it's the boss. What do I do, guys? What do I do?
Say the word. On my way. Orders. What do you need? Right. Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege. Let me at 'em. Right. Attack! War!
He's not too bad so far. No lava spawns. Just annoying clock wrecks, which I'm getting rid of in a moment. And some... I think we used animate on one corpse, actually.
Let me at 'em. Orders.
There we go.
Yes, my liege.
We got him.
Call. You need.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Orders. Say the word.
7 armor for free difficulty. I used to kind of like getting a bit of armor and stuff like that, but I think you can kind of just naturally get it.
On my way.
Buy another one.
Yes, my liege.
Right. More life steal.
Right.
The mob difficulty is the other good one. You want to keep sort of taking those from time to time because the mobs get out of hand. For example, here, the other options are so fucking terrible. This is literally the only one anyway. But it doesn't remove it too much because it's only at 33 at the moment.
Of course. Aye, my
But that could buy you another
lord. On my way.
+7 to difficulty, which might be like a 12% attack cooldown or armor or something like that, or lifesteal.
Yes, my liege.
Because some of these rewards increase difficulty.
Aye, my lord.
That's the catch. We're up to 9% lifesteal.
On my way. Right. Of course.
Can random summons get abilities? I don't think they do.
Say the word. Attack! Say the word. Attack! You need. Right. Aye, my lord.
It's starting to do a little bit of damage to me now.
Yes, my liege.
That's with me reducing the difficulty. Big old zombie, 3,500 health.
Aye, my lord.
How we doing, fella?
Let me at 'em.
3,500 health. Where are they getting those numbers from? Need more damage or something.
Say the word.
It's a defensive item, so it doesn't help you do damage too much.
Say the word. Right. Yes, my liege. Right.
Oh! That's good, but you can't afford. So I did consider buying that first, because sometimes you get this where it spends all gold. 15 armor for 2,000 gold is next to nothing in the grand scheme of things. So I'm taking that.
Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord.
But that would have been even better if you can buy that and then get it. But I don't know if it can give you that. It might literally be so reactive to exactly how much gold you have at that time.
Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. Say the word. On my way. To arms!
I like sending off my mirror images to go deal with the annoying pesky siege.
Let me at 'em.
Kill them in no time.
To arms!
Just got to use that. I don't really need to use the animate, but it's going to run out anyway, the corpses. I didn't get the zombie.
Attack! Yes, my liege.
Guess it doesn't prioritize. Unless the zombie was lower level, but technically had way better stats.
Of course. What do you need? Let me at 'em. Say the word.
I could tactically use cannibalize and cooldown.
Yes, my liege. On my way.
Don't think the mountain giant's too big a fan of where I'm poking.
Say the word. Right. Of course. What do you need?
Rubbish. Could take pulverize for the lols. Spike carapace is good. It gives a bit of armor as well. And return damage, so you can always use that. I think pulverize is kind of funny if you can get enough attacks. Don't know if you get like lifesteal based off of the pulverize there. Oh well, no command aura.
Aye, my lord. What do you need? On my way. Aye, my lord.
I thought about it, but yeah, I like
On my
pulverize. I
way.
think it's a funny spell.
Of course. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. Right. Right. Say the word. Orders. On my way. Of course. Yes, my liege.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. What do you need? Say the word. Orders.
I'd so much prefer it if they all came down from one lane, rather than literally from every single angle of the screen.
Right. Let me at 'em. Yes, my liege.
seems to hit on everything.
On my way. Here's my I'm in orders. On my way. Dwarf! Attack! You need. Say the word. Here's my orders.
Let's get Stompy up in here.
I'm in order. Dwarf! Say the word. You need. Here's my lead.
Are you sure there was a commander on the previous week?
Right.
That's pretty good, but I can't afford it. Although it's better for thingamajig. Let's keep taking a life steal. Just keep trying that.
Say the word.
13% is fairly respectable. If I can get it to 20 to 25%.
On my way. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way. What do you need? Right. On my way. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. Aye, my lord. Right. Orders. Of course. On my way. On my way.
Go get them, boys.
Aye. Dwarf! Here's my lord. Right.
Excuse me. There's a plethora of mobs here. Quite a lot. Let's come up and go deal with Mr. Bash Boy.
Let me at 'em.
Very bad damage for level 28. I did get a fair bit of strength on this fella, to be honest. But I haven't got any, like, based damage increase. So yeah, his damage really isn't popping quite so much. But he's got the lifesteal. He's more defensive, isn't he? Than aggressive. Yes, there was. Week 2, day 4. Well, it's too late now. I can't go back. I can never go back. Not even to the island.
Attack!
Get him out of here.
Aye, my lord.
Buy those little bits of armor. Brah. Brah! Kind of tempted to do that one, honestly. But this is actually like going to be a significant damage boost. I hate losing the movement speed though, but mirror image makes it easier to lose movement speed. Because I've got multiples. Yep. Yep.
Say the word. Right. Right. Of course.
I'm not even sure this character lost movement
On
speed.
my way.
He might be
On
glitched.
my way.
Still, I think he has, but
Aye, my lord. Of course.
still seems... I gave him movement speed nearer the start, didn't I? Maybe that's why it didn't seem so
Of
noticeable.
course. Yes,
Ah.
right. Say the word. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Let me at it. Right.
Well, we should kill things a little bit quicker now.
Orders. Here's my need. Orders. Let me at 'em. On my way. Attack! Say the word.
That was the tanky one, that Draenei.
You need.
Yeah. All my summons get that damage as well. Although it's only 10% of what he does.
Here's my need. Aye, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
What do you need?
Ah, free strength per level is quite a bit. Oh, the 2% lifesteal. But yeah, free strength per level is a good amount. 10 levels, that'll be 30 strength. 20 levels, that'll be 60 strength, and so forth. Yeah, you gotta take that.
What do you need? Aye, my lord. Right.
If he gets that far.
Orders? Of course. Yes, my liege. On my way. Say the word. What do you need? Orders? Say the word. Right. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. On my way. Yes, my liege. Of course. Aye, my lord. Yes, my lord.
That's why I love mirror image. They can just take some of the pressure off. Nab a couple of healing wards. Ooh. Obviously the difficulty's fine to take. I think we're still strong enough to take it at the moment. I know I make this mistake of not reducing it enough times, but... attack cooldowns, more pulverized procs, more damage. Mana regen is also quite nice, but... not mirror image, no, you don't do a single one.
What do you need? Of course. On my way. Right. Say the word. Of course. Orders? Aye, my lord.
Hero.
Yes, my liege. On my way.
Ah, at
Hey.
last. Humanity.
I've been
will rise.
raided by
It's about time.
back to
Never
Warcraft.
trust an elf.
Right. Orders?
Thank you, welcome, welcome. Hello, hope you're doing well. Big Spartan warrior to go up against now. On week 3 and day 7. This is Test of Balance. Survival map for Warcraft 3. Single player in this case. You build up 7 different abilities. Try to build up stats. And fight what come may. The difficulty level will increase as the time goes on. So that increases the power of the mobs you're fighting against. At the moment, looking quite good. Have you played this as a Scummoner? Yes, done Scummoner. Spell damage. Scummoner is the easiest way to beat this map. Then spell damage, and then auto-attacker. Auto-attacker is the weakest. Because a lot of the mobs just get stupid amounts of armor, and it doesn't feel like you do any damage. Ooh. I'm buying that. Ooh, tough, 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 tough. See, again, I could take that, or I could be greedy. I'm going to take the free strength per level, just to stack up more stats. I've got 55, 45, 65. 65 more levels to go. So that's 65 lots of strength, so basically 195 strength. Which isn't that much in the long run, but it is enough. Or, actually, I'm kind of leaning towards the lifesteal a little bit. Just because... I take that as much as I can, and then maybe that can... I'm actually going to go with the lifesteal. We can get flat strength from other sources, potentially.
Yes, my liege.
That was a rubbish one. 38 base damage is like very little. 7 armor for 3 difficulty is not that much, really. The others are up. Basically, it's almost bonus health for Pillar, actually. Because I can sacrifice Pillar health for much better rewards.
Course. On my way.
There should be bonuses to multiply your strength per level. Yeah, that's funny that. I think there are, but you never get to see them.
Say the word.
They're super rare.
Right. Of course. Orders.
Mirror image is the key.
Yes, my liege. On my way. Aye, my lord. What do you need?
Probably going to start getting some siege mobs. Yep, there it is. I knew it. Bloody siege. I'm going to get some animate dead to fight against those siegey boys. See? Set them over. Need to keep the mobs busy so they don't hit the pillar. So that's what we use the mobs for. The mirror image to distract them. Smoke bomb to reduce their chance to hit. It's all good. I've got this item to bypass armor. That's going to be good for the late game, actually. One of the best items in the game, particularly for an auto attacker.
Right.
Kill maim is amazing, but you can't afford it. 7,500 gold. See, here is like attack cooldown's nice, but generally speaking, this is actually going to be better. That'll reduce it by 14.
What do you need?
And you can sometimes get rewards to
Of course.
give you 12% attack cooldown for like +7 difficulty or something.
Right.
So in theory, it's better to reduce the cooldown,
On my
the
way.
difficulty. Does spell damage scale with pulverized? Yes, I think it does. But yeah, he's not really a spell damage boy. I only got pulverized just because there was like pretty much nothing else to pick.
You need. On my way.
This is making it easier to fight these monsters as well. Get past that armor. Cleave can bypass armor. Only on the secondary targets, not on the primary target.
On my way.
Okay, another day. Don't particularly need any of that.
Orders.
See, there you go. 12% attack cooldown for 5 difficulty. 61 base damage. That's not too bad. I mean, 61 is... yeah, it's pretty good. Was it 20% of my damage so far? So it's a 20% damage increase or 12% attack cooldown. Kind of sounds better, to be honest. Especially in the grand scheme of things.
Say the word, of course. Right, right.
It loses its effectiveness, though, the more you do it. But it's kind of fun to do it a lot of times to try to get it down to a stupid fast attack. Remember, I got lifesteal as well, so faster attack is more hits to get lifesteal off as well.
Say the word. Orders. I, my lord. Say the word.
Better not forget that.
On my way.
Bypassing the ogre armor. It's a 434. He's looking like a crit, but it's just me bypassing his armor. Definitely doing quite well, this character so far, but I'm sure it's going to go wrong soon. It normally does. Kill. Oh, Moonglaive. That's a fun one. Fuck. I'm going to have to sell something for that. Could sell the gloves first. They're the least amount. I don't necessarily need to sell the ring of protections. Probably take the base damage here. Everything else is kind of meh. The free strength per level is what, 10, 20 levels, and that's going to match what that base damage does, and then some. I might just take the free strength per level because it will scale.
Say the word. Right.
Where's those gloves? That's not enough.
I, my lord.
I had to sell the rings.
Yes, my liege.
Choices had to be made. The ability to strike an additional unit with a bouncing glaive attack that deals 90% damage. That could be interesting.
Say the word. Right. Yes, my liege.
There we go. It's like an extra. So I got pulverized, I got cleave, and I got that. I don't know if it's that worth it. Depends how much it bounces. Does seem to work with cleave. doing well though. There's the Gloves of Haste. Pick those up.
What do you need?
66 base damage. Oh, this is... Yeah, we're still doing this. This is
Yes,
working
my
alright. What have I got that up to now? 21% lifesteal.
Aye, my lord. On my way.
I think that should stack with any lifesteal items I get. I'm not
Get
100% sure. I think it should do.
Aye, my lord. Right.
I would
Say
hope
the
so.
word. Of course. On my way. On my way. Right. Yes, my liege. Orders. Orders.
The mobs start to spread out like crazy. So far this guy's doing very well for survivability, so I'm not actually having to use smoke bomb all that much. But it's still really good because it's 40% evasion if I do need it. Mirror image can just remove debuffs like slow, so that's really good. I can attack myself just to use the cannibalize.
Say the word.
Yep. So that's a bit more base damage there, but we still to keep doing the lifesteal.
On my way. On my way.
Steal that life.
You need. Say the word. Aye, my lord.
Don't really need anything from
Yes,
the
my liege.
pillar that
Right.
much.
Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord.
We're up to 67 on that difficulty, it's quite high.
Right. Right. Aye, my lord. Orders. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord.
I want to see if I lose this. Yeah, I'll lose it when I do mirror image. Bring these down here. I think what's making a big difference is that lifesteal. Because normally you'd be losing a lot more health. But it's giving me more sustainability than I realized. Boss next. This boss.
What do you need?
Gonna buy that in case there's a spend all gold to increase stats. Agility 54. Probably the attack cooldown still.
Yes, my liege. Right.
Right.
Of course. Aye, my lord.
So we've got lots of
On my
healing
way.
wards here potentially as well on top of that. But they don't stack with my other healing ward.
Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right.
Here comes the boss.
Say the word. What do you need? Orders. Say the word. What do you need?
Using the item to reduce his armor. Entangle's annoying. Get two bosses here. Any CCs like that are pretty annoying too, because I can't attack whilst they're doing that. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Gonna go for the paladin now. Focus his armor. Come on. Feels like he does more damage with it, but honestly, yeah, I need to see what it's like when he doesn't have it. Don't think that's worth at the moment. Wow. Do I really want to move that slow though? Spend all gold for 15 more armor. It's only 2,500 gold. Upgrade all abilities. There's a lot of good stuff there. Reduce the difficulty is pretty important when you're at 69, but he's still doing okay. I think the armor for now, because it does increase my mana regen as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I know, a bit more life gen, but it's a small amount. See, I could take that one, and then eventually we're going to have to start taking this, because I can't keep ignoring it.
Of course. Aye, my lord. On my
29%
way.
life steal
Right.
now.
Yes, my liege. Orders? What do you need? Right. Say the word. What do you need? Aye, my lord.
29%
On
is
my way.
reasonable.
Of course. Yes, my
Respectable.
liege. Say the word.
I don't know if I can get lifesteal on those moon glaives and things like that. It's pretty hard to tell. Now, let's see how much damage I do here. That was 400 damage. Still feels like I'm doing the same-ish amount of damage, but it does work. It does increase it. Just not a huge amount.
Say the word.
Oh my gosh. Spend all gold. There it is, the multiplier. Obviously that would be really good. I mean, I'll have to take it regardless, but if you keep taking all the damage boost and then you get the times, that's the idea, but sometimes it doesn't give you this option. You can go for weeks and weeks and not see it, so... But it's alright. Still worth it, anyway.
Orders?
So that's like 150 to 200 damage now.
Aye, my lord. Of course.
For about 1,500 to 2,000 gold.
Yes, my liege. Right. Aye, my lord.
Yeah, if you pick the base damage for movement speed. But the problem with that is it's like, you don't want to move too slow because you can't get anywhere. You lose a lot of control.
Yes, my liege. Of course. Right. Orders? Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege.
Got enough abilities to keep them busy. Not even having to use smoke bomb. He's pretty stabby now.
Orders?
Fit right in London.
What do you need? On my way.
There's nothing really there. 11 rings of protection, maybe. I think he's got kind of enough armor that maybe that's not going to do much. If you have 100 of those, though, you could get 200 armor, which is kind of... But then there's items that can give you a passive 2 armor for a period amount of time, but not a flat amount of armor. You have to get 100 of them, though. That's a big if you do that. But because there's nothing else so good. Otherwise, cooldown on animate dead is fine. Kind of. It's that or the armor, really. You can sell them, that's true. I think I'd take the reduced cooldown. It just gives me more control. Reducing cooldown on things is really cool, especially as a spellcaster. Not that I am really, but it's more control.
Right. Yes, my liege. Of course. Yes, my liege. What do you need? Say the word. Orders? On my way. Orders? Aye, my lord. What do you need?
Let's go straight over to the siege. Up against Santa Claus. do not like the siege. Buff is about to run out, so go for mirror image. Sustain is so good. I've had light level 54 characters do a lot more damage than what this guy does at the moment. Before in the past, but he's got such good sustain. It seems to be really working for him.
On my way. Yes, my liege.
Yes. No.
What do you need?
Ooh, loads of choices. This is one's freaking huge though when you're at 80. I've got way up to 80 now. So I think that's the winner. That's going to remove 20. 20.
Orders? Aye,
That's
my
quite a
lord.
lot.
Right. Say the word. Aye, my lord.
This is one of the strongest looking characters. At least most reliable looking
Course.
characters.
On my way. Orders? What do you need? Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege.
I actually haven't
Say the word.
upgraded any of my
Right.
abilities once.
Orders?
They don't get improved by that much though. It's a small margin. 73 armor this guy's got, but now I can bypass it with the Sundering Blade. So that helps a lot. Your Summon Quillbeast spell doesn't cast. Someone knows how to unbug. Uh-oh. I didn't know it happens with summons. I did a spell cast build with Volcano, and it was really cool. I was reducing the cooldown of it all the time. It's a really cool sort of... Oh my god, that's one of the best. Buy that.
Say the word.
Now that would have been amazing if I got spend all gold, because I got 45, 450. Healing Ward or Lifesteal. Should really take the Healing Ward, but my Lifesteal's numbers keep going up. I'm going to take the Healing Ward just because it's a reduced cooldown. It's so important to get reduced cooldowns.
Inventory is
Of course.
Right. This is the bit where I'm getting too many items now. I'm almost got full inventory, really, in a way. Yeah, I don't know if you can...
On my way.
reducing it below 2 seconds bugs it out. I don't know if I got my Volcano down that low, but yeah, if you reduce the cooldown enough times, maybe that's what caused it to bug out. So that's really annoying.
Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege.
Because, yeah, if you didn't have that bug, it would be so much better, right? Because now you can't use your ability. So it's like, because I couldn't use my Volcano, it's just like, that defeats the whole point. Power Staff is powerful. Maybe early game. Seeing that life steal, it's helping. He's a big lad.
Attack! Yes, my liege. Orders? On my way. What do you need? Of course.
Ah, okay. That's the bigger jump.
Yes, my liege. Right.
I'm going to give this a save just in case the game decides to crash or do something weird. I've got a backup save.
Say the word.
Vampiric Potion is really good survivability. You don't
Right.
need this file of mana anymore.
On
That
my
can be a
way.
sellable
Aye,
item.
my lord. Of course. On my way. Of course. Aye, my lord. Right.
Why not that for strength? Because it's random. You don't always get what you want. His attacks are nice and quick. Spike Shield is actually one of the best items in this. Although at the moment, it isn't quite so good on this character as it's been on previous auto attack characters I've had in the past, because they've been more squishy. But it still does really good.
Yes, my liege.
Defeats the point though, doesn't it? You really want to just reduce a spell down to 1 second. Because what I was going to do one time, I might do it with a spell cast build at some point. This is terrible. 4 agility per level is the only answer here. Or times 15% spell damage on pulverize.
Say the word. I, my lord.
But you want to get those... I want to get like War Stomp down to a 1 second or a 0.5 seconds cooldown.
Right.
So you can just spam it and stun them forever.
Of course. On my way. I, my lord. Right. Of course. On my way. I, my lord. Yes, my lord. Orders. Say the word. On my way. What do you need? Of course. Right.
Let's see how these bad boys do. Alright, now they're popping up. Spike shield and my armor reduction. Take care of this.
I, my lord.
Thank you and good night. He's looking good. He's trying to suck my mana.
On my way.
Kill main coming up soon.
Orders.
I can't really take a spend all your gold now, maybe. Right, minus difficulty. I got better value when it was at 80. You still get good value, honestly. You get more than the +5 difficulty from this. So in theory, again, it does make more logical sense to take that. But I do kind of want to keep picking this. But technically, I should be able to pick more of those if I pick this. So 68 down to 51, so that's 17. So logic dictates that, yes, that should be the sensible choice under that circumstance. And then you could take 7 difficulty for 10 armor, for example. This is all kind of mediocre-ish, though. Like, increasing the difficulty for only 10 armor. I think you just take the base damage, even though it's not that much. Heck, even 115 spell damage is more. Only affects pulverize, though, really. But it is something. Does 10 armor even when you have 76 do anything? It does less and less and less, yeah. But the good thing about doing the base damage, I guess you could do that as like a one-off. I don't know. He's not supposed to be spell damage.
Yes, my liege.
I'll even
Aye,
take
my
the smaller amount of base damage.
What do you need? Aye, my lord.
Armor always affects the same. 1 armor equals 6% more effective health.
Right.
Are you sure, though?
On my way.
It loses diminishing effects.
Right.
Well, you know.
Orders. Say the word. Orders. Aye, lord.
Mobs go squish. I might have found the perfect build for auto attackers, especially cannibalize, the best one out of all of them.
Right.
Just amazing, cannibalize. Pulverize and cannibalize are just totally not necessary. You don't really even need the animate dead, but you got to take what you're given. Yes, sorry, Bob.
Yes, my liege.
That's a big bit of strength, and the pillar's got a nice bit of health. You can also repair it.
Say the word. Of course.
No spell damage reduction. The mobs don't tend to do too much spell damage in this to you. Not from my experience.
What do you need? On my way. Orders. Yes, my liege.
I think Mirror Image is obviously just incredibly busted as a spell. Just so much control. He's got the attack speed, he doesn't really need the gloves.
Orders.
8.9 agility per level.
Yes, my liege.
Don't even remember putting it that high. So you got 125 spell damage there. This is still the best one to take. 55 down to 42. I think this character might go all the way at this rate.
Aye, my lord. Say the word.
I've been struggling for so long in this to try to get this to work, and then suddenly I've just got a character that just seems to do it.
Of course.
I think it's pretty much because of that lifesteal. Because I was trying lifesteal before in earlier builds, but it never seemed to quite work with me.
Aye, my lord.
It always felt like my character still just
Aye,
lost.
my lord. What do you need? Orders? Yes, my liege. Let me out.
But I think because of how sort of tanky he is with the lifesteal, that makes a big difference. Oh, blimey, look how big that lad is down there. Use a mirror image and then spike shield afterwards. Obviously, spike shield depends because they might be hitting my mirror images and not hitting me, but it's still just worth using pretty much. Just use it.
What do you need? Right. Of course.
Kill main. This is probably worth buying as a backup.
On my way. Yes, my liege.
Ah, attack cooldown or the base damage. There's quite a lot of base damage. That's the difficulty. Is attack cooldown is like it is more attacks. So when you get stupid amounts of base damage, it's good, right? But base damage can be multiplied, so you do need to boost that as well. So I think in this case that's probably the one. Even though before I've taken it the other way around.
Right. Yes, my liege. Orders? Aye, my lord.
Upgrade your abilities.
What do you need? On my way.
Overrated.
Right.
Cleave benefits the most from upgrading my abilities. Everything else does not.
Orders? Yes, my liege.
Cleave goes up by 5%. But it's not like that big a deal. Oh, we're doing that, are we? See, this is where they can spawn mobs as well. This is lulling me into a false sense of security because I'm not really taking that much damage until I will. Because this map can do that to you. It can sometimes surprise you. A mob that just does stupid amounts of damage. It's rubbish. Rubbish items. Please don't be spend all gold. Good. So here we're going to still do the lifesteal. Me like a lifesteal. It's up to 33%. I kind of want to get it to 50% or more.
What do you need? Of course.
I'll be getting 500 health chunks back. Well, if he bypasses the armor, yes. Because then you don't ever have to worry. That is the damage you're going to be doing.
Of course.
Shame he doesn't have crit though. He could be like really even better.
Aye, my lord.
But it is what it is.
Orders? Say the word.
I'm not holding the grudge.
What do you need? Right. Let me go.
Oh, with the mask. 20% of all damage dealt. Yeah. The mask is just a reliable sort of thing. And it's percentage based, so it's pretty strong in that regard. Yep. The Sundering Blade did a lot versus that guy. Nope.
Say the word.
5 strength per level with only 30 levels to go. So 50, 100, 150 strength versus 134 base damage, but you might get a multiplicative of base damage. This is still like, you would still get a huge chunk off of this, but I think we're strong enough. We take the damage. If there's nothing else, you know, if there's other options, then the reduction on difficulty is better, but I do want to get those numbers up. Bigger number, better person. I can buy times of strength as well, but I was kind of waiting to see if I can get kill main. But to be fair, even if I could, do I need it?
On my way, of course. What do you need? Orders. Say the word. Yes, my liege. You need. Yes, my liege. You need. Right.
Yeah, kill maim should be better. If it stacks with my other stuff.
Say the word. Aye, my lord.
No kill maim in chat.
Say the word. What do you need?
Well, that's the winner. Although, I do like my lifesteal. This is basically armor. I can't remember how much armor it is. That's a lot of armor, though. This is always technically the biggest. You get a lot for that.
Orders.
20 points of armor is... Yeah, 20 points is one armor.
Of course. Right.
Boss
On
time.
my way.
This boss...
Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege. What do you need? Say the word. Orders. Of course. Yes, my liege. Right. Aye, my lord. Say the word. You need.
He's running away. Run, you fools. Don't you dare go for that pillar. So far, so good. It's got 100 armor, so bypassing that is huge. Get it out of here. K.O.
Right. Aye, my lord. What do you need?
That
Yes,
item,
my
maybe. This is not good. Don't think I can do anything with any of that other than just sell the items. Let's just take this percentage spell damage in case there's any spell damage to take later on.
Right.
I think this might still be worth, even though I'm quite Ah, there you go. Spend all gold, 8,200 for 40%, but that's quite a lot. That's like 270 strength, or it keeps reducing my pillar health for agility. 8,200. It is what it is. Most of the time you don't really need the gold now. It's only the 7,500 one time for like kill maim. Yeah, do that, do that, do that.
Orders.
It's a nuisance, but it is what it is. I've got some things I can sell potentially.
Aye, my lord. Say the word. Yes, my liege.
Yeah, you get a fair
Yes,
bit of
my
gold
liege.
now.
What do you need? Orders.
You
On
can
my
use the
way.
gold to buy
Say the
tomes as
word.
well,
Of
so
course.
there is that.
What do you need? Say the word. Yes,
You have to
my
buy a
liege.
lot of
course.
tomes though.
Orders. On my way.
He's sustaining so well. Is the more gold you have, the better chance to get. I think so, but I think you only need 2,500 gold to proc that. So it doesn't matter if you got 2,500 gold or 5,000 gold. Yeah, that's really exploitive. But actually, I haven't done any exploiting in this. I haven't cheated with rainbow potion and that strength totem. But if you do want a tip, and I don't remember if I actually mentioned it earlier, This is all shite. So really, just take that. Or the cheese just to sell it. It's 5 strength per level, so 50. It's still like 150 strength practically. 135 strength.
What do you need?
Yeah, otherwise the cheese. But yeah, if you use this item and the rainbow potion before you get the rewards can basically multiply it off of what you got,
Yes, my
your
liege.
stats. So if you increase your agility, well, the rainbow potion won't do much at the moment because your stats are so high, but the strength one will still
Say the
increase your
word.
base damage, and then you can multiply your base damage.
course.
So in theory,
On
you
my
can actually
way.
like give yourself stupid amounts of
Of
stats
course.
if the stars align when you use those 2 items,
On
and
my
then it
way.
gives you some multiplicative. But I've only had a couple of multiplicatives in all of the weeks so far, so take it with a pinch of salt if you know, you can do that, but again, this is RNG. So far, my RNG's been really good on this run. Well, it could be a lot better, to be honest. I think the decisions I made as well have really helped. A lot of that lifesteal business. 3,500 gold. That can do bonus attack damage, which is like, it is good, but is it worth taking up a slot? Reduce on cooldown on mirror image is actually really good, but I don't tend to need to use it at the moment. It's only if I'm in trouble, so I'm going to be... No, you still got to take reduce. Reducing cooldown on stuff is important. I need to make sure it hasn't bugged it, though.
What do you need?
No, it still works, so I can save it under 1. I better not, just in case.
Yes, my liege. What do you need? Orders.
Every 4
Of
seconds,
course.
basically do a 2.5 crit.
Right. On my way.
Is it worth the inventory slot?
Yes, my liege. Right. Say the word.
The size of this lad.
Dwarf!
175 armor, how ridiculous is that? Easy level.
Aye, my lord. Orders.
Spend all gold for 15 armor. 5,400 gold for 15 armor. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I don't think so.
Yes, my liege. On my way. What do you need?
Yeah.
Say the
Yep,
word.
lifesteal. It's up to 35% lifesteal. We still got a way to go.
Yes, my liege. Orders. Of course. Say the word. What do you need? Yes, my liege. Orders. Of course. What do you need? Orders. Yes, my liege. Say the word.
I'm liking the Moonglaive, just helps me clear a little bit quicker as well. I don't think this item's that particularly necessary. It is good with attack cooldown, so you're making these boulders go everywhere, but they're not really doing anything unless you get lots of spell damage. So that could be replaced with something.
Say the word. On my way.
Ah, you can try this.
Orders.
That's 50% spell damage and additionally 10% return damage to enemies. Upgrade all abilities might actually win now. Might actually get to upgrade all abilities.
Right. On my way. Aye, my lord. Of course.
Look at
Aye,
that.
my lord.
They've managed to get to level 2. 7 weeks into the game.
What do you need? Of course. Yes, my. On my way. Say the word. Right. Yes, my.
Probably going to be some siege. Not seen it though, actually.
What do you need?
amazing how well this character's doing. Because trust me, you see my other runs, they are incredibly fragile. Yeah.
Yes, my liege.
That would normally be picked, but I don't even really use it that much. It's incredible how survivable, like I say, survivable this character is. I mean, if I could respec and you could just remove all of this stuff I'm not using. I don't use the healing wards all that much, nor the smoke bomb, but normally they're really good abilities, but in this case I don't even need them. Take the attack cooldown.
Say the word. Right. Aye, my lord. Orders? On my way. What do you need? Court orders? Aye, my lord. Right.
You tried an AoE build with this. Immolation lightning shield worked pretty well. It is very good. Got to be a bit careful though, because you get hit by so many mobs from so many different angles, and a lot of them are ranged and they do stupid amounts of damage, so it's hard to hit everything that way. I thought about a funny build where you could do like chain lightning and get it down to like 2 second, 1 second cooldown, so you just run around and just spam chain lightning whilst running away from the mobs. Volcano's my favourite though. The idea of like just spamming volcanoes everywhere. It's a shame it bugged, but I can always try it again in a future game when Overclock fixes this. Big boy hits. He's getting close at that level 100 cap. Give it another save. I don't intend to use it, it's just in case it crashes or something. See, that's pretty amazing. That's 15% lifesteal for 300 gold. Super good in the early game. Ah, now that's too much to take. As much as I want to boost my damage, I'm not going to lose that much health now. I've made this mistake before. However, you could make the point that the more damage you do, the more lifesteal you get. So the more lifesteal you're doing, you're effectively making up for that max health that you're losing. But there are power spikes in this, or at least there have been in previous runs that I've done. And if you don't have enough health, you'll just die very quickly. So not really worth it. Not really worth it. Attack cooldown or upgrade all abilities. Upgrade all abilities. I want to do attack cooldown because I think it's funny. I just think it's funny to attack super fast, especially with Pulverize. Twitch fails med score, says new viewer here. 2 questions. What week is the last week of this map? Has Mr. Streamer Man beaten this before? I have beaten this before, yep. It's been a long time since I've done it at least, or at least with an auto attacker. I think week 15 might be the last. I'm hoping it's not quite that long, but I think it is a long map. One way to go through the map a lot quicker is just to keep reducing the cooldown every single time, but it's a bit... It kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. Alright, let's hope these don't do a giga ton of damage to me suddenly, because I've got no way to deal with it. So far I'm still fairly invulnerable somehow. I feel like I've got Who's Your Daddy on. You can see my health going down a bit there. There it is. It's like a Tauren chieftain in his prime. Got 10,000 gold. A bargain.
What do you need?
Tomes of agility. Oh, I do kind of want that base damage, because that's what we're stacking. Although the 245 spell damage will be quite good now with the Pulverize proccing so often. That's a big chunk. You get the biggest chunks from losing health on the pillar, unless it's multiplicative. So I'm going to take the spell damage in this case. just because I want to see that do a bit more with Pulverize.
Yes, my liege.
Attack cooldown is the easy win here.
Right.
Start
Yes,
getting rid
my
of some of
liege.
these mobs.
Course.
I don't even need them that much. Just get rid of them. Got up to 95 on the difficulty, though. It's a bit gambly. Down to a 1 second attack
Aye,
cooldown.
my lord. Say the word. On my way. Right. What do you need?
Halberdier, what a Chad.
Say the word. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord.
Let's go. Let's go. It's just a shame I can't pull them all into the same area very easily. Wow. Explodey. So you can see Pulverize doing 484 damage, 595 maybe.
Yes, my
So much gold. I'm gonna have to start spending it on just random items. Upgrade all abilities. Yep.
What do you need? On my way. Aye, my lord. Yes, my
These are
liege.
just sellable
Of
items.
course. Right. On my way. Aye, my lord.
Don't
Right.
particularly need them.
Of course.
We definitely don't
On
need
my
that
way.
crap.
Aye, my lord. Right.
I got
Course.
defensible
On my
items
Right. On my way.
near the pillar
Orders.
to pick up in case I
Aye,
get
my
in trouble.
lord. Say the word. Of course. On my way.
I think the spell damage might increase the amount of reflect you do as well. So there is good value in spell damage too. The map is Test of Balance. There'll be a link in the video description below. Although that's for YouTube. But go to youtube.com/WTiiWarcraft. Look up Test of Balance and you'll find it linked there. This is version 1.21. I'm very proud of this guy. He's doing it exceptionally well. I cannot emphasize how many times I've given this a go and failed. And this guy is just absolutely dominating it somehow.
Orders.
Aha, I just bought an item there, just in the nick of time. Spend all gold. Because it's a nice item that could potentially help. Increases max health, but I don't... Lifesteal is the king. Spend all gold, yes. 1800 damage to 2500. That's a significant boost.
Of course. Aye, my lord. Right.
At the moment, I don't feel like this is doing that much, but it still helps me clear. And it is theoretically
On my
really,
way.
really good.
Of course.
So I keep it.
Aye, my
Should
lord.
have more or less unlimited mana now.
Say the word.
Not quite.
On my way.
It's getting close to the big 1-0. I'm glad this lasts for 20 seconds in this and not 6 seconds. What this map badly needs is some sort of way to re-roll abilities. Even if it, I think even if it's really expensive, like 5,000 gold to re-roll an ability, I'd happily pay that. This can get you 900 damage, which is good, but it falls off obviously compared to the damage I'm doing now. Well, that's a useless turn. I can get +6 strength for the next 5 levels. There really isn't really anything to buy here. 18 Crown of Kings maybe. I guess maybe that... I don't know if that works on my Animate Dead. It probably would do. Don't need it.
Orders. Of course.
Inventory
On my
is
way.
full.
Aye, my lord. Right. Aye,
Inventory
my
is
lord.
full.
Of course. On my
Stack
way.
up those Crowns of Kings.
Right. What What do you need? Of course.
Haven't seen your boy
Yes, my liege. Say the word.
kill maim yet,
On my way.
or at least in a
Yes,
while.
my liege.
Oh, he's a big blood. See, this might be the power spike, but I think I'm still good.
Right. What do you need?
We'll find out.
Orders.
Nah, we're good. I think my character's got so strong, I've never seen anything quite like it, to be honest. He puts all of my other previous characters, like, makes them look like pansies in comparison.
You need. On my way.
That could work.
Yes, my liege.
You can certainly buy it. Of course we're going to take that because of attack cooldown. It's one super fun.
Yes, my liege.
So do we need that Shield of the Death Lord? Not as much. Do I really need the Enchanted Shield is like a secret thing though, because 50% damage taken is huge, really. And mobs do thousands of damage, but I'm going to try my luck without. Because this can do spell damage on top of that.
Orders. What do you need?
I don't think the mobs are going to be alive long enough though.
On my way. Say the word.
He's almost level 100. I honestly don't know how this character got... Oh, there you go. You just see my health actually go down there. That's the first time I've seen it go down that much. A bit. A big crit wolf like that could do something. But yeah. I don't know how I got this invincible. I don't think I've ever been this invincible. At least with an auto attacker in this. Could buy the Tomes of Strength. Upgrade all abilities. Or movement speed as well.
You need. On my way. Aye, my lord. Right.
Plus 72 stats from the Crown of Kings.
Say the word. Right. Orders.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yes, my liege. What do you need? Say the word.
How good is that cannibalize though?
Yes, my liege.
I got the wolf. The big 10k damage wolf there. Sending him over to the siege. Still taking a while. Sell stuff to buy tomes. That's an option, yes. I'm waiting though for Killmaim to turn up. Holy smokes. That's one strong hippo rider. See, is this really worth it? 375, 375, it hits some. It's not going to do anywhere near as much damage as this is doing now. So I don't think that's really worth having.
Of course. Right. Yes, my liege. Of course.
Oh, spend all gold. See, I got 2,850 gold in this proc this. So that'll definitely do the trick. 2,600 damage. 3,700. Huge, huge, huge.
On my way. Aye, my lord. Right. What do you need? Orders? Aye, my lord.
What's the last day? Like I say, I think it might be... Yeah, I've got this with survivability in case.
Yes, my liege. Yes, my liege.
Point the way.
Worth the wait. We've been here for an hour and 16 minutes so far. Might be halfway through.
Orders? On my way.
Although if I keep doing bigger damage, I can clear the levels a bit quicker. Oh yes, that's juicy. We like to see that. Don't push me back, I got damage to do. I wonder how much damage those skulls do. No, I can tank it. $236. What? 236 armor Garathos. Ready? Now he's got 0 armor. I'm doing like 3,800 damage.
Orders? On my Yes, my liege.
Yeah, you got to definitely take that, the base damage. I haven't seen a reduce damage in a while, though, so it's a bit risky.
Say
I hope
the
that does
word.
still turn up.
Aye, my lord.
This is going to be amazing for clearing quicker, so I can maybe reduce... Spend all gold as well for 50% of my agility. That's pretty good. 400 agility. It's not too shabby. It's a lot of armor. That's about it, really, at this point. Doesn't do much else for me, but yeah. Otherwise, the base damage is okay. I don't know if I need that as so much, actually. This is still...
Yes, my liege. Right.
After week 6, you don't get to reduce the difficulty level.
Aye, my
Oh,
lord. Unique.
I
On
don't
my
know.
say the word.
We'll see about
Yes,
that,
my liege.
Phaedric.
Of course.
Those are some big damage numbers. I'd be worried then. I don't really want to play it safe per se, but in case you got to a number where, for example, it then spawns the boss and the boss is like impossible at a certain number, no matter how strong my character has been so far. Oh yes.
What do you need? Right. On my way. Of course. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Orders required. Of course. On my way. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
Buy a few more tomes of strength.
Right. Of course.
Doesn't seem like you need to make it easier. No, well that's what I mean. At the moment I feel like I could increase difficulty, but I don't want to get screwed over later on, finding that it's impossible suddenly because of those decisions. You see what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. I'll still probably be greedy because I am slicing and dicing right now.
Say the word.
You need movement speed. Your character's super slow. He sure is. That's the toughest witch doctor ever.
Aye, my lord.
Yeah, look at the damage he does to himself.
Orders.
That's why Spike Shield is still good.
Right.
There's another one of those. See, I kind of want to take that, but yeah, I think we should boost the movement speed because it's fun to move fast as well anyway. So I've got it down to 0.9 attack cooldown,
Aye, my lord. Right.
35% life steal. That seems like a solid amount,
What do you need? On my way.
a reasonable number.
Say the word. Of course.
So if you don't have the ability like Healing Ward, you might want to have Healing Wards close to the pillar, so you can drop an item, pick it up, put it down, and then replace the item, and then you can have the effect of the Healing Ward for that period of time. I took this at the time because it's just defensive. They're good defensive abilities because I've needed them in the past, but this character doesn't bloody need them.
Of course.
Pure damage.
Say the word.
Movement speed again?
Yes, my liege. On my way.
He's back up to 300.
Right. What do you need? Of course. Aye, my lord.
Aye, me lord.
Orders. Orders. Say the word. On my way. Yes, my liege. What do you need? Say the word. Let me out. Right.
What I'll do is I'll bring them all over to the bottom right, and then we'll go closer to the middle and pop up if we can get over there. That will do. It's about as quick as I can make it. Save. I'll save it after this then. Don't think it was that long ago since I last saved it. That's probably the most dangerous thing, is getting stunned or hexed. Because then I become super fragile. Super fragicalidocious.
What do you need?
No kill maim in sight.
Orders. On my way. What do you need? Right.
Minus 50% max experience. This is actually one of the strongest ones in the game, if you can get it early-ish. Because the more stats you can get from just your flat build-up of stats, the more you can multiply them quicker. So if you can get this early on without it punishing you too much, that's one of the strongest ones. It's a bit late for it now, though. None of this is actually really worth it. I mean, the mana regen on pillar. I don't even use the pillar, though, really, do I? But yeah, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Put it on auto. You never know. Otherwise I don't use the darn thing.
Say the word. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. Aye, my lord. Right. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. Say the word.
Not so good, because you won't benefit so much from stat per level. Well, stat per level is a bit of a debate. Because a lot of the time, unless you get really lucky and get loads of them at the start, they don't actually, well, put it this way, the quicker you get your stats up in the first place, and by getting to 100 you're going to get higher stats, then sometimes it's more likely to give you plus, or times a stat. So if you get times 40% of your strength, and you got to level 100 really quickly, you're going to have more strength from that than if you were doing +1 strength per level, and you got to like level 25 or 30. Do you see what I mean? This character's insane.
Of course.
Kill maim.
What do you need? Say the word.
Spend all your gold. I mean, at this point, I've got so much gold, it doesn't matter. I've got to do the lifesteal, though.
Orders.
Lifesteal for lol.
Orders.
Haven't seen many time strengths. My agility is almost as high as my strength, which is embarrassing.
Right. On my way. Of course. Right.
Yeah, but maybe you could buy
Yes,
times
lady.
instead and get times 0.4 and 1.5
Say the
gold.
word.
Maybe. You
On
can
my
sort of
way.
see both arguments.
What do you need?
I need an item that can just teleport everything right next to me. Within 1200 radius. Or 1600 radius. Jesus. He goes down to 0.447 if I use this item. This is why attack cooldown's still so fun. And that's why I like Pulverize. It's just fun to watch it proc.
What do you need?
No kill maim in chat.
Say the word.
208. Going in.
Yes, my liege.
Inventory
Yes,
is
my
full.
liege. On my way. Orders. Right. Of course. Of course.
These are the sellable
Aye,
items.
On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Right. Of course. Say the word. What do you need? Orders. On my way. Yes, my liege.
Just going to move these to the side. Because I want to focus on the bosses. I want them to focus me as well.
Say the word.
Alright, lads. Ready? Thought they're tanky. Keep getting entangled though. It's just rude. I guess Moonglaive is still worth having, isn't it? because it bounces on bosses. Wait for it.
On my way.
Spend all gold for 15 armor. That's bargain. Might just take the movement speed, honestly. I like going fast. It keeps doing... I don't know why it's so obsessed with frickin' agility. Imagine if it had the obsession with strength. I'd have such a crazy amount. There's that noise again. Who did that? What's that? Is that just a YouTube follow? Because normally there's a message that comes up at the top if it's a tip. Suspicious noise is suspicious. I apologize if that's supposed to be something more than just a follow.
What do you need?
Attack cooldown. Keep it going. Oh yeah, I always forget you can re-roll the shop. Yeah. There we go, that'll do.
Yes, my liege. Of course. What do you need? Orders? Right. Say the word.
Week 10.
Of course.
46% of the way through the map. Maybe. I don't like those siege. I have to remove this. Keep those siege busy. See the siege hit my pillar. It's fucking annoying. Yes, I know. Siege is so busted. But you can't really get to it easily with like 5,000 mobs in the way. It's like there, there, and there. I'll take the spell damage then.
Yes, my liege. On my way. Right.
Inventory is full.
Of course. On my way. All good orders. Right. What do you need? What do you need? Say the word. Yes, my liege.
And I didn't have any animate dead.
Orders? Aye, my lord. Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye. Orders. On my way. Say the word.
Didn't mean to do that mirror image. I fat fingered onto that. Getting stunned for half an hour. Gotta get rid of this fire boy. This guy stuns as well. I think if I can get the nullification thing, only works on one spell though, but every 20 seconds. But it'd be one less stun.
On my way. Yes, my liege. Say the word.
Speed, yeah.
Orders? Right. Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
We do have to go
You need-
fast.
Right. Orders? Say the word. What do you need? On my way. Orders? Yes, my liege. Say the word. Of course. Say the word. On my way. Of course. Our horses are under attack. Right. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. Orders? Yes, my lord. On my way. Say the word. Of course.
Just in case. Thank you very much there. That's a better level for us.
Orders?
Upgrade all abilities, pretty much. Spendable gold for a 50% agility is huge, though. 2,300 and nothing.
What do you need?
Inventory
Right.
is full.
Of course. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Right. Yes, my liege. Of course.
He's still got more agility than bloody strength again.
Orders?
You'd think he
Say
was an
the word.
agility hero.
On my way. Aye, my lord.
Need to find a mob tanky enough for me to auto attack for long enough before he starts running back and forth on priorities and getting stunned and have to start using the ability. So I guess it is still important to have smoke bomb in that, just in case. What do you do? The day is stuck. Look around a little bit.
Of course.
Wait for it to glitch it, unglitch itself. You're getting a very glitchy run, aren't you?
Say the word.
Ah, there we go. 2,600 gold for 40% on this strength. So the competition between strength and agility. Did that even work? Oh no, it must have been base damage. It was base damage, wasn't it? It wasn't strength.
Aye, my lord. On my way. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. What do you need? Aye, my lord. On my way. Of course. Right. Of course.
Save it when I got in a nice little spot. There we go. Everything's tidied up now.
Right. On my way. Aye, my lord.
Now I've just got to sort of cast smoke bomb and stuff like that just to be on the safe side. I wonder if cleave is so necessary anymore. Maybe the best auto attacker is still just a ranged auto attacker. Because cleave does help you just bypass a whole bunch of mobs. Because they're so spread out all the time, even cleave can't reach them all. Yeah, you just get an auto attacker range and just boost the moon blade.
What do you need?
Probably the attack cooldown, although I'm leaning towards speed as well. Maybe a bit of speed, honestly, because I think actually that's one of the things that's really actually underrated at this stage, is being able to get back and forth more comfortably.
On my way. Aye, my lord. Say the word. Orders? Yes, my liege. On my way.
Gotta go
You
fast.
need? Yes, my liege. Of course.
Mirror image is just so good as well. So important.
On my way. Right. Of course. Aye, my lord. Say the word. Aye, my lord.
Right, there we go. Get those stuns now. Wait for those stuns to proc, protection, and then go. They still boulder the right character because the AI cheats. Trying to use that. Oh, they got a siege backer. Of course they do. Get him out of here. Have I ever won this? Oh yeah. Takes forever though. That's where most of your gold goes, is just repairing the bloody pillar. It's so I think it's too dangerous to increase the difficulty now, just in case. Do the spell damage, that's fine. Plus, that's really not that much base damage in the first place.
Of course. On my way. Yes, my liege. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Right. Yes, my liege. Say the word. On my way, of course.
Right, another week.
What do you need?
The bosses are nice because there's not so many of them to bloody kill.
Orders? Right. What do
I'm
you
not a
need?
big fan of
Aye,
being
my
attacked
lord.
from all angles and all sides. Oh my god, actually doing damage to me there. That's the life drain, right? I don't know. Yeah, I'll go back on that save. That's my bad. I do need to take a quick break because I'm getting distracted. I will go back on that. Yep, you're going to get the save scum. I didn't pay attention too much to the lifesteal. I couldn't see it so well. I'm definitely not remaking now. I spent way too much time into this, and this character's really good. I just got to not get hit by lifesteal, but I need to BRB too. Oh, it's cold. That's better. No, I basically completely forgot about life drain. So when he was doing it, I wasn't really playing. I got a bit complacent, obviously. That's the problem when you have a character like this. Is generally speaking, he's really bloody good until you get hit by something that you're not expecting. I got complacent and I wasn't paying attention to the life drain. I was like, where's my health going? Why? Because I couldn't see it properly. There's too many numbers and shit on the screen for me to actually see the green thing coming out of Arthas. So that's my fault. He does lose. I think that's... I think it was a double then. Because I thought he was doing something. What was that? He's not doing it now, but it felt like when he was doing that blue bar against me, my health was dropping quite a lot. Oh, it's because he's got Spike Carapace. Right. So I think I was attacking this guy who had Spike Carapace, and Arthas was life draining me. I think that was what it was. How is he pausing the game for the reward screen? It automatically pauses. You have to ask Overclocked how to do that. Also, Overclocked, fix your game. Spend all your gold, 15 armor. I really want the lifesteal, but we can't really... Like I say, you can't risk taking too many things that increase the difficulty at this stage, because I can't reduce the difficulty. So, well, whatever. No kill main yet. That one's the only one that I kind of tempted to take. Because of, when it comes to difficulty. Because it's just fun to attack faster. It's just funny. Still forgetting to reroll. Yeah, that's an option. Yeah, movement speed is possibly the safest one now, actually.
What do you need? On my way. Aye, my lord.
You can get up to 522 base
Orders?
movement speed in Warcraft 3.
What do you need?
Unless
On my
Overclocked
way.
has done something. Overclocked, can you fix this map so you can actually re-roll your
Yes, mate.
abilities?
Right.
Even if it's like 5,000 gold or something.
On my way.
Because there's two bonuses to being able to do that.
What do you need?
One,
Say
you don't
the
get
word.
stuck with dead abilities that are boring and makes your character more boring to play. And two, if you get glitched, for example, if you get glitched where your spell no longer works, you can unlearn it and then relearn it potentially, and that might fix it. Also, I'm getting hit by a stupid siege thing here or something. I can't see anything. But I was thinking, like, I had a volcano build which was really fun, and then it stopped working. So if I could unlearn volcano and then relearn it, that would fix the problem. And hopefully it would remember all of the points I put into reducing the cooldown on it. Maybe we're dying. Oh, spend all gold for that, finally. Where's all this spend all gold for increasing strength though? I don't see that very often.
What do you need? On my way.
9,000 damage,
Aye,
now
my
we're
lord.
cooking a bit. This is technically a save scum build, but that is literally because I have got a bit complacent in this now at this point. When you're playing for like an hour and a half,
Right. On my
and
way.
like 95% of the time you're okay, you will get
Yes,
complacent.
my liege.
I think
Aye,
it's
my
more of a
lord.
test of patience, actually, isn't it, than
Of
anything
course.
else?
On my way.
Surprise!
Right. Say the word. Let me
Activate everything and off you go. Hit something. Test of memory leak. All of those things are fixed in the cart version. Is that because you're a better map editor than Overclocked PR?
on my way.
Oh!
What do you need?
Kill names
Right.
there. Well, I'll be. Oh, do you want to lose 75 movement speed? That's three separate increases to movement speed for 637 base damage. Probably not now. You can just multiply it. Nah, that's okay. Thank you. I kind of want to take it, but I don't like moving slow. That's always been a bugbear for me.
On my way. Of course. Aye, my lord.
Boom. 11 weeks and I've finally got kill main.
Of course.
So we still got to find... Do we really need
Aye,
that?
my lord.
Technically that is good. Do I need the mana?
Right. On
I'll
my
see
way.
how I do for
Aye,
mana.
my lord. On my way. Of course. Right.
Oh boy. He's so fast. I can see him dashing across the screen. Just great. Yes. Now that's a sight. Oh. Beautiful. Movement speed. Yes.
Yes, my liege. On my way.
Inventory is full.
Aye, my lord. Say the word. Right. Of course. Right. On my way.
Oh,
Aye, my
almost.
lord. On my way. Right.
Inventory is full.
Of course. Aye, my lord. On my way.
Inventory
Of
is
course.
full.
What do you need?
Nice try.
Wah!
Alright, did you see one hit from this guy? Look at the pillar damage. Any of the stackable items that could replace one of yours if they were at 99? Not really. I think he's kind of got the perfect items. This one might be a dead item. It's hard for me to tell. I don't feel like I'm under too much threat, but you never know. But it does reduce the damage by 50% from range mobs, which is a lot of range mobs. So that eases up pressure. Kill main, I'm assuming that stacks with my lifesteal, but it's kind of impossible to tell. So let's just assume that it does stack. So that it is insanely, insanely good. Because it's basically 50% lifesteal from that. Moonglaive is just doing a great job. That reduces attack cooldown by... Oh yes, finally some strength. There's actually attack cooldown reduction there and it wasn't going to increase the difficulty, so that was a shame.
All good. What do you need? Right.
Inventory is full.
On my way. Say the word. Aye, my lord.
This is just fun. Reducing my attack cooldown to like half. But it's not desperately needed. Spike shield is
Of course.
just one of those items that's probably always insanely good. And almost always worth it. And the Sundering Blade is like 100% necessary, I think. Just to sort of bypass boss armors and stuff like that and actually kill things. In case they get too tanky.
On my way.
See, these must have crazy amounts of armor. 600 armor. It's just stupid. Why do they have 600 armor? This is why auto attack is like, man. You have to have that item, otherwise you could kill it, but it takes a really bloody long time.
Say the word.
Ah, nope. Nah, we'll upgrade all abilities. What are we up to? See, this is the slight problem, is Healing Ward goes up by 100 mana every single bloody time.
Of course. Aye,
So now I'm losing that item that gives me the unlimited mana.
on my way.
So it's very expensive. I don't have unlimited mana. This should give mana back maybe as well.
What do you need?
Seems like spellcasters are better in this game. Oh yeah, by a long, long margin. Summoners are insane, like the best, and then spellcasters are the next best. This is weak. This character is weak in comparison to what those can do. See if you get some plus int. True, maybe. I didn't particularly need the plus int, because at the time I was thinking the less int you have, the less mana you lose over time, right? With one of these items. Oh, hang on a sec. No. Yeah, that's maybe worth. There's a slight downside of that. That's like a backup item. It's not worth generally using because you'll get yourself killed. Because some mobs do magic damage. So if you're immune to magic, then they just target the pillar and you'll just lose.
Say the word. Right.
Yeah, but there's this item that does like 100% spell damage. Look who it is. Let me bring these around and see what we're doing here. Okay, we can go. That's some huge damage against these guys. It's an item that does like 100% spell damage, but it drains 2% of your maximum mana. So the more intellect you have, the more you lose. So if you have a low intellect pool, but you have like the item that is based on armor. Sorry, it's kind of hard to concentrate with this shit. Especially when they're like boosting my health down like that sometimes. That's the spell damage doing the damage from this guy. You can see, taking huge chunks. Spend all gold. Only 2,000 gold for another 15 armor. Maybe, maybe. Spell damage is kind of fun though, still. It doesn't really do much though, it's only polarized. It's almost tempted to do that just because I got it down to 2,000. That was a pretty good bargain.
What do you need?
Yeah. Movement speed is fine.
On my way.
Now he's going.
I
450, yes.
on my way.
He's getting close to maximum movement speed.
Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. Orders. Yes, my liege. On my way.
My mirror image moves faster as well, so that's
Aye,
good.
my lord. What do you need?
The whole shebang.
On my way.
10,000 damage each on these mobs. Yeah, that's fine.
Aye, my lord. Of course.
There's the hex. That's a nasty bit. I'm actually I'm pretty sure I've had way higher damage characters before than this. He really hasn't had that many times strengths or times damage options. Time for that to kick in a bit more. Almost tempted to do that one. Let's keep doing the movement speed. Actually, you know what? I will do that.
Aye, my lord. Right.
There's too many filthy corpses everywhere.
What do you need? Say the word. Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye,
Inventory
my
is
lord. What do you need? Say the word. Let me at 'em. Right.
How did he know to bowl on me? That's very clever. I already bought that item. 316 strength is a yes.
Orders. Right. On my way.
The AI knows. Yeah, that's why I think it's really important to build that lifesteal when you can. The problem is it's on a auto attacker. Auto attackers are so incredibly
Say
weak
the word. Aye, my
in
lord.
general, but
Orders.
also especially at the start of the
What do you
game.
need?
So taking lifesteal doesn't really do much for you at the start. It's very defensive, and it's only a very small amount, and you don't do much damage.
Right. On my way.
Wow. Jesus, that's a big ship. I thought it was a mortar team that hit the tower from underneath. In my peripheral vision, I wasn't sure. Saving the armor one for the ship when I come round again. The Animate Dead is actually one of the strongest spells in the game, technically, when you got this many mobs with that much. And imagine that as a summoner. Why is Cleave not wrecking everything? I mean, it is, but that's what I mean. Like, it's a bit like... That's why I was wondering maybe he should just go an ranged auto attack if he's going to do auto attacking. Otherwise, Cleave is normally super OP. Let's keep taking that. 20% of agility is actually a lot at this stage. Kind of. Let's say I've got 2,000 agility, which I don't think I have quite got. 2,000 agility, 200... Nah, it's not that much, I don't think.
Yes, my liege. On my way. On my way. Aye, my lord. Right.
It's alright.
Orders. What do you need?
It is a lot, but yeah.
Say the word. Of course. Yes,
Down to
my
a
liege.
15-second cooldown now.
What do you need?
My
Orders.
ancestors call.
Thanks, bro.
My strength is yours.
Yes, my liege.
He does do more damage than
Say
me.
the word. Orders.
Maybe he's onto something.
Right.
Scummoner.
You need.
Who's banging that drum? Oh yeah. I think we're pretty close to the cap on our movement speed. No, actually I'm not. Although, didn't I do it before and I'm still 450? I'll have to do another one and then see if that goes up from 450. Maybe 450 is the cap in this.
Yes, my liege. Orders.
Haven't done a save in a while. Save
Say the
scumming.
word. Right.
Inventory is full.
Aye, my lord. What do you need? Yes, my liege. On my way. Orders. What do you need? Say the word. What do you need?
Go. I think I was right about the week 15.
Orders.
Meh. I don't want to increase the difficulty. I mean, I can, but it just makes them even tankier, so it's redundant. Upgrade the cleave. 40% power from cleave.
What do you need? Yes, my liege. Say the word. Yes, my liege.
Why am I save scumming? I've only save scumming once, which is effectively when you load the save. And that was because I was just too lazy paying attention properly. If I was a bit more on my game, I wouldn't have got killed there. I save it in case it crashes or something. Mostly. I love how fast he moves now. Slices through him like butter. If he's got the Sundering Blade up. Satisfying. Oh, I'll take the... Actually, I did say I was going to do one of that. I don't know. I haven't seen one of those yet in a while. I got to do that.
Orders?
I will take the movement speed when there's nothing else to take, I guess.
On my way. Yes,
That should be at 41%, plus the 50% from kill maim.
Say the word.
It's boss time. It is boss.
What do you need? Say the word. Aye, my lord. Orders? Right. What do you need?
Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Who's going to cause me trouble? Oh, they're still so tanky. Ah, there you go. There's some damage done to me there for a second. For a second. I lost some health. Jesus. I better use Cannibalize. Get my health back. This Garifos. That's right, I didn't want mana anyway. Where's Garifos? Okay, he's gone. That's a lot of freaking gold. You better not... Bugger. Panicked. Nah, can't really do that. Just take the small amount of base damage.
Say the word. Right. Yes, my liege. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
No. Cheeky little 2% lifesteal. Does summon damage work on the mirror image? I don't think so, because I don't think mirror image is a summon. The tomes change if you reroll. I am starting to lose a bit of mana now, so maybe I go back to my unlimited mana. Yep.
On my way.
The lifesteal keeps coming back, actually. Upgrade all abilities is tempting now, too. I still got to do the lifesteal because it's cute. You could do summons damage too, but we're not really... I'm not really deliberately doing summons. I just got animate dead because it's useful for clearing up corpses and stuff.
What do you need? What do you need? Of course. On my way. Of course.
One glove of haste there if anyone wants it. I got enough life still. Yeah, but it's just kind of funny to get more of it. 889 armor now. Yep. See, I was losing health there. I wondered if that was because if I had the 50% damage reduction. Imagine if I had Bash now. That's the primary target.
On my way.
Cheeky little jab. Might do the bonus health for Pillar just to be on the safe side. Because these mobs do hit very hard. Don't really want them one-shotting it.
More gold is required. What do you need? Yes, my liege. Orders? Stay cool. What do you need? Say the word. Aye, my lord. Orders? Of course. Say the word. What do you need? Of course. On my way.
That's a big boy. I got 10,000 damage. I definitely feel like my health drops more without the enchanted shield. It's just a nuisance not having unlimited mana. Nah, the pillar doesn't insta-die, or at least it hasn't done in a long time. But again, that's another reason to save it in case it does. That used to be a problem. Use mirror image and the pillar might just insta-die because it thinks you're dead for a split second.
Say the word. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right.
Take that for the money.
Aye, my lord.
Inventory is full.
3,500 there, fine.
Right. Yes, my liege.
Week 13, day 4, slowly getting there. Is there a new version? I remember I beat this game a while back with the Dark Phylor kind of boss. Spoiler.
What do you need?
This is 1.21. I think the last version I played was 1.20, which is strange because, yeah, I mean the last video I have on this, the link is to 1.20, but I might have not updated the link, so I don't know 100%. Jeez. They're getting close to having 1,000 armor.
Orders. Say the word. Say the word.
Hey, 1,800 gold for 50% of 2,000 agility. Probably worth it.
On my way. Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. On my way. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Orders? Right. Yes, my liege. Of course. Say the word.
It's another big ogre. It's a shame these can't proc off items.
On my way. Aye, my lord.
Weird items here. Spend all gold. Ah, you should take the strength. I gotta do that movement speed at some point.
What do you need? Right.
Do, 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 do. Goes down to 0.38.
Yes, my liege. Of course. Of course. Say the word.
1,165 armor. Let's just ignore him for the moment.
On my way.
You can't buy
Say
that.
the word.
No. No. Oh, that's a kind of a rubbishy one. Just take that for the money.
Orders. Aye, my lord. Say the
It's
word.
actually it doesn't do that much now
Of course.
because I've reduced
Aye,
it
my
so
lord.
many times. Oh,
Right. On
every
my
time
way.
it does that, I think it's a
Aye, my
crash.
lord. Right. Of course. On my way. Right. Of course. On my way.
Inventory is
Aye,
full.
my lord.
So those are all sellable items, aren't they?
Right.
I can't remember what item I dropped.
Aye, my
Fuck.
lord.
Where are they? That's an important one. I think I'm getting double life drain, so I'm gonna walk away this time. Oh no, I'll be in. Never mind. That's a lot of fucking noisy boys. I can't tell. Yeah, raw. Entangle. Alright, let's do some damage now, please. Don't have unlimited mana though. Jesus, what the hell has hit me? The one I was trying to kill has escaped.
Not enough.
Say the word.
Really need to go back and get the mana item if I can, but easier said than done.
On my way. On my way. Aye, my lord. Orders. Yes, my lord. Right.
No, that's bad. Just in time. Ah, this life drain is so busted. You need to have like a second spell that can remove that. I guess I should start getting the... Normally spell damage reduction hasn't been needed. I almost made it there. I got so many of them low, and then the one that I was trying to kill sort of skulked around behind the others, and then they got blocked with the doodads. It's just like almost like it did it deliberately. Obviously need to change an item here. Well, I say that. I don't know if Kill Maim is even doing anything, honestly. It's not the life drain, but I think the physical damage that makes you lose. I'm pretty sure it's that life drain. There's like 2 of them life draining me, and my health goes down like crazy when they start doing that. And I can only mirror image. If I reduced the cooldown of mirror image more, that would have been helpful as well. Normally I do, but in this run it didn't happen. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's drop this for this.
On my way. Of course. Aye, my lord.
That's the item I need to use for the bosses, because I don't think the bosses are gonna have what do you call it? They're gonna have hero damage, so they're not gonna go for the pillar if I use that. It's just mistakes I'm making, basically, but it's like retroactive mistakes, learning from it. It's all rubbish, pretty much. Spell damage, I guess, or 40, whatever. Doesn't matter that much. Yeah. So it's like you need this for the boss levels. That I genuinely don't know if Kill Maim is working.
On my way.
I feel like I still had the same life steal with it or without it, but it's
Right. Say the word.
the character attacks way too quickly for me to possibly test it properly. I do miss that helmet battle first, though. Let's be brave and assume that Enchanted Shield still isn't needed as much.
Right.
I like using it. I think it's fun. Oh yeah, do I have 475 now?
Yes, my liege.
475, so it does work. Okay, so it can still go up.
Say the word. Orders? What do you need? Yes, my liege. On my way. Orders? Say the word. Stand and deliver. What do you need? Of course. Right. Say the word.
Hey, Nedo.
Oh! Ay! Oh, yo! I think they're different bosses. These ones don't seem anywhere near as problematic. Hard to cast anything. If you stop for too long, you're going to lose all your health. Oh, I'm running. No way, I can see those coming. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Those little lightning balls. I actually dodged them, so I'm not sure what killed me there for a second. I don't remember if one of them caught up with me there. I did move down. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, what this does is it kind of just reminds me all the broken things you have to remember. It's so hard to like walk away though, because it's just like you go down to like 1 health like I do, but if you don't, I could see my health dropping at the same time. I wasn't winning that fight, and I had cooldowns on my abilities and my items.
Right. Orders. Of course. Yes, my liege. What do you need?
Inventory is full.
Aye, my lord. On my way. Inventory is full. Say the word. Right.
Right, let's get to... They're life draining again. Okay, I think I'm in a better position now. You can't life drain me whilst I'm here. Oh my god, that health drop. Bruh. So hard to tell who the fuck is who. That's horrible, isn't it? Easy.
Say the word.
A little bit more life still. 20% spell damage. Guess you could take that now. I mean, spell damage isn't still doing much, but it is what it is.
Right. Say the word. Of course.
What is it with that gloves of haste?
On my way. Of course. What do you need?
So use that for the boss levels.
Right. Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. Of course.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, the pillar is dying. Ah, you can't! Some stupid siege bastard down here. That's definitely not annoying. What a busted man. Barely heals it now. Ah, there you go. 75% missing health for the pillar. That saves me a trouble. It's as sufficient as government spending.
What do you need? Of course. Aye, my lord. Orders?
You. Evil.
Yes, my liege. Say the word.
It doesn't matter how overpowered bosses get in this. How annoying mobs can be. Nothing will still annoy me more than siege. I still only got 10,000 damage, which I think is still quite low. Really? It's enough to get by, but I feel like this character could have like 50,000 damage to 100,000 damage if he got better sort of strength and base damage as the game went on. Yeah, I've been 10k for ages, so it is what it is. He's just got to get to the end now, but he could be stronger. He could be a lot stronger, but you don't get so much control over it.
On my way.
More movement speed.
Yes, my liege.
That's
Say
it.
the word. Of course. Aye, my lord. Right. Say the word. Aye, my lord. Of course.
See how he does
On
for
my
mana
way.
now.
Right. On my way. Orders. Yes, my lord.
I don't see any siege. Oh, there we go. Actually, there is siege now. Attack cooldowns actually got a little worse. I'm losing to a dry.
To arms! On my way. Of course. Say the word. Say the word. Orders? Of course. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. On my way. Right. What you need? Quiet. Aye, my lord. On my way.
Pretty close to the end now, I think. Necklace is spell immunity. It's not spell immunity, it's 60% less damage taken from spells, but yeah, it probably would be worth. Because it's that life drain that really just takes huge chunks. It's like a 10,000 plus damage, spell damage, life drain easily. I can only take so many ticks and then I'm just gone. Don't see it. At one point, so 10% strength. That's the best you're gonna give me for 4,500? It's so stingy. I think those numbers are just random. So all this time, and it's like 10% strength. I do have at least 2,000 strength, so that'd be 100. How much would it be? It's 10%. Yeah, 200. 200 to 400. It doesn't even take gold. Yeah. I guess. Oh, times strength. Still, I know I upgrade all abilities, but Metakoski's going up on those. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, maybe upgrade all abilities because it's still. Mirror image does like an extra little tiny bit of damage as well. That maybe is like worth that strength. This is now 260 area instead of 245, so it's an extra 15 area, so it's huge.
Say the word. On my way. What do you need? On my way. Right. Yes, my liege. Of course.
A short time window to activate Because that takes a little while to cast comfortably. Dashes across the screen. That's better. Chaotic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So many bad choices. This one is actually okay.
Say the word.
559 mana. Mana regeneration is looking pretty good there.
Yes, my liege.
So this... I think
Right.
Enchanted Shield still
On
might be
my
a bit
way.
better than that Lifesteal
Right.
one though.
Aye, my lord. Of course. On my way. Aye, my lord. Orders? Right. Of course. On my way. What do you need? Right. On my way. On my way.
Oh, there's a siege boy down here. They always sneak.
Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. Sire. Orders. Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord.
Hmm. That's that items, yeah, but it's not really what it's worth. Yeet. I was looking for the spell damage remover, but spell immunity necklace, but I don't see it. So it's not there.
Inventory is full.
On my way. Right. Right. Yes, my liege. On my way.
Here goes the bullshit.
What do you need? Of course. Aye. On my way.
Oh my god. Come on, hurry up and kill something. I can't fucking see anything. I did do try to get a smoke bomb off, but I think the mirror image put me at the bottom left there, and the other two mirages to the right, which made me very vulnerable while setting up the smoke bomb. Because if he was doing smoke bomb, he's not attacking. So he's not actually getting the health back. You can clearly see how BS this is now. You need to get a couple of these bosses down to ease it up a little bit. I've got shit stats. I'm playing on hard mode. It is, I agree. Bullshit.
Say the word. On my way. Yes, my liege. Of course. Of course. Aye, my lord. Right. Yes, my liege. On my way. Right.
One of them's going down. Got that going for me. Oh, I forgot to put the item on. That makes me immune to spells. Bugger. Good luck finding that. I can't see where the fuck I am. I can see my health. Look at that. You see that? How quickly it's going down. Basically, you're going to have to brute force this. One way or another. But my health drops so damn quickly. I don't know how much health they have, but it's clearly too much for how many there is. But yeah, I think this character does need more damage, but it is what it is. I can't get more damage. I can't. It didn't give it to me. I mean, it was generous in offering me 1.1 times strength earlier, so that was nice of it to do. And all those agility boosts I got.
Say the word.
Oh yeah, I got more bloody agility than I got strength. It's ridiculous.
Of course. On my way.
Right, we just go on you. He's got over 1 million health at least, right? And this, I'm gonna get killed in a second. Because I can't possibly take this. That's, yeah. Fucking hell, man. He was more squishy though, right, that one? I think. More agility than strength as a hero. Yeah, strength hero. That's what I mean. I'm doing the best I can with what I've been given. And I got some good stuff, but it's not like OP. You didn't take the 1.8 times damage. Yeah, but it wanted to reduce like half my fucking health. You can see how much of my health is going down per tick. So you can't really afford to lose that much health for the damage. The map is very long. You don't have any options to properly re-roll. You're forced to take things that you don't want to have to take. And then on top of all of that, if you do manage to find enough good stuff, you still got to get lucky with all the times strength and times damage options. We're going to go fight Arthur's here. Nice and quick. Just get Arthur's done. Get him out of here. Nice and easy. Smoke bomb is up, so I won't get hit. Arthur's is going down. Oh no, never mind. Pillar got sniped. We just need to get through this now at this point. Like, this map is bullshit, obviously. Hero Snack, which got more stats to work with, plus the ridiculous attack cooldown. There's a reason why I said this was the weakest build. And you can clearly see why that is. Even though it looks like it's really strong in certain levels, it is still by far the weakest build. Just gotta get really lucky, I suppose.
Orders. Say the word. Yes, my course. On my way.
Don't want to fight you. You're too. I need to fight the guy behind you.
On my way.
No. Still too strong. And I got entangled right after I did a mirror image. Felt like I had most luck the first attempt. We may have to use the Who's Your Daddy just to get past this bit so I can see the final boss. Be done with this shit. I'm just trying to see if there's like, you know, the stars align. I take out a couple of the bosses and then I can save it and then go from there sort of thing. But yeah, it takes its toll.
Aye, my lord. Of course. Right. On my way. Aye, my lord. Of course. On my way.
Bloody entangle. Just wastes all my time. Yeah, entangle. We get you. Entangle. That's all I can fucking hear is entangle. Entangle, 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 entangle. What's the fucking point? If I'm literally getting like 6 entangles, I can counter one of them. How do I counter the other 5? You might have to go before that round. Yeah, it's RNG based on what heroes you have to fight against as well. So if I got like 3+ heroes doing entangle, one after the other, I can't really do anything about that. We're starting to see some issues with this map. Up until this point, I thought it was a perfectly well-made map. I think he missed an entangle. I'm not sure. One more entangle. Is it the peons that are entangling? Can the gem dodge the entangle? Yes, but it doesn't last forever. As soon as it's not working, they're just entangling the shite out of me. No, I didn't get the setup there. I don't want to use the gem too early. Do you hear that, though? Do you hear the entangles? It's all I can fucking hear. Even if I've got entangle, they still cast entangle on me. Overclocked has a lot to answer for. How the hell do you get 100,000 strength? Right. Let's put that as a save, because that's a good template. And then wait. Now we're going for it. That's better. Just a couple down. You just have to kind of get lucky with the setup. It took me a while to get that set up. No, I got entangled again. And I can't see where the fuck I am. Shit, I was so close. Fell off a bit there, and I think I had like 8+ seconds on my items. Oh, you got lucky with the times 1.4k. Yeah. That's what I mean. This build is like, the map doesn't quite give you enough chances. You really just have to be a lucker. And as we know, I'm not much of a lucker. You have to get very lucky with everything to the stars to align. Otherwise, you can do the other builds, and you can sort of get pretty shit luck with those builds and still probably be relatively good. But the auto attacker is insanely dependent on good luck. Yeah, entangle. There it is. I can't do animate dead anymore because there's no corpses. I was trying to cast that. I still don't actually know who the fuck is casting entangle on me. Maybe remove CC from the bosses in the last few weeks. Or make the CC last 0.5 seconds. Because being crowd controlled for like 1.5 seconds is kind of like guaranteed deafness almost. CC immunity for losing something. Losing movement speed. Since I got so much movement speed. I'm not going to do smoke bomb just yet because I got spike shield up. So yeah, he did smoke bomb now. And then mirror image when I hear entangle. There it is. Run. And just run. I'll give that a save, but yeah, you get the idea. And then of course they're going to try to do what they're going to do. Almost got the cooldown. Oh, fuck, straight into a... Perfectly fair and balanced. That was utterly ridiculous. Such amazing rewards for doing that. Look at all of this good stuff. Incredible. Even better rewards. I can spend almost all my gold for more fucking agility! Does this game fucking know that I'm a strength hero? Is it aware of that, or not? I really should have picked an agility hero. And I can't find that item for shit. I'm re-rolling on cooldown. Nope, never mind. God, it's getting frustrating now at this point. Just a little frustrating. Is this still fucking going? I am really just going to have to use cheats to get to the end of this. This has got to be the last week now at this point. Has to be. Go on, attack time. XD. This character's so outscaled now because I keep getting fucking agility. He's so outscaled. Feedback is kind of flat damage there, I think. It's not percentage.
Yes, my liege.
Right, we don't need you anymore. Let's
On my
take
way.
this.
Orders. Attack!
I can see the pillar getting hit. You cannot be stunned for more than like a half a second. You see that when he did that stun there? I just immediately die. This is so ridiculous now. I really will just have to put the cheese on just so we can get to the end, because I think this is like getting close to like 3 to 4 hours soon at this point. The problem is you have to invest about 40 minutes to an hour at least before you've worked out if the character can sort of go to at least week 10 or 12. And then you still, on top of that, need to get really lucky with the times stats and stuff like that, which I have not been at all. At this point, I've been really unlucky with it. Right, I'm activating this. Go, go. You can't stun me now, bitch. He does magic damage, so he might just kill the pit. Oh, I still died anyway. How the fuck did I still die with the magic immunity? What the fuck? What? I was expecting the shaman to do some bloodlust and then attack the pillar once and kill it. Yeah, one of them might have Fawn's aura, but I can't do much about that. I should still be able to kill it. My only way to kill it is to do auto attack. I don't have spells to kill it.
Say the word, of course. Attack!
There's the stun. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that stun. That's really good. I love how I can just outplay that so easily. Oh, wait. No, I can't. There's literally nothing I can do about that. Completely balanced. You can mirror image. Yes, if it's on cooldown, sure. And timed perfectly, and I've not been mini stunned or anything like that as the boulder's trying to hit me.
Yes, my liege. Right.
Oh, I thought I did mirror image. Can't even hurt this shaman. I think everything's a little tanky here. This is just day one. %98 damage reduction. Perfect. Terrible items. It's costing me a lot of money to just try to find it. And even then, it's not going to save my life.
Orders. On my way. Right. Say the word.
So what do you even...
Yes, my liege. Aye, my lord. Of course. What do you need? Orders. Of course. Aye, what do you need? Say the word. Right. Orders. On my way.
Oh, thank folk for that. Okay. Well, now we have to wait about 5 minutes because Overclock decided to make this thing take 5 minutes to start. And then just use Who's Your Daddy, kill the boss. Job done. I'm just angry at this point now. I'm just angry. Do you remember when my character was basically near invincible? Do you remember that point in the game? And then suddenly, I told you there'd be a power spike that comes in at some point. Certainly not invincible anymore. It's very nippy at the moment, very cold. Need warming up. I'm pretty sure you have to say no to this. I think if you say yes to this, it just ends the map. You can have chat soul instead. That should be a streamer privilege. Anytime the streamer's about to die, sacrifices one person in chat. Is this boss even beatable without death and decay? I don't know. I mean, I got the item that ignores armor. So then they have zero, they take 100% damage. So he's going to take 100% damage from 10,000 damage. So it will do damage to him. Is he ranged as well? Because if he's ranged, then Spiked Carapace and Fawn's Aura doesn't do anything. Is there a reason it's taken forever? Yes, it's called...
eternity later.
It's overclocked. That's why.
Of course.
Got some Dark Souls going on now. I'm not even sure he's going to spawn, so could use that on the corpses. Healy Ward taking longer to heal me up than I thought, actually. Well,
Aye, my lord.
spin to win. Oh, the corpses are gone, so I guess animate dead's off the table. Let's go, Justin. Yes.
Storm, earth, and fire.
Say the word. Right.
Heed my call.
Yes, my liege.
Okay, now we can go. The most fitting music together. Stay away from that. Where is he though? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's gone. Nah, don't let me walk here. That attack priority. I got fucked over. Because the boss doesn't actually have an attack. He doesn't have an attack priority on my character, so my character just beelined to the other mob that came towards me. And started walking through those mines. Check boss health when you can. I don't know how much health he has, or even shows how much health he has. I think you just have to hit him a bunch of times, and then eventually you can fight him properly. I'm not sure. This character feels so weak though now at this point. I feel like I am playing on like a character that's probably got like 50, he's got like 15 to 20% of the stats he probably should have going into this fight. It's like putting ultra hard mode on and then the boss has got like 500% more health and you're still doing the same amount of damage. See if I can ignore that. See there, he tries to run through the mines, you've got to be careful. But he ran this way, which means he's over here, so we've learnt that. Next over here. You can't see how much health he's got. Come down here.
On my way.
Yeah, the gem probably does protect me from the... No, maybe not. Actually, I think I still took damage from the purple things. We're going, boys. My character didn't deserve to see this boss. Yeah, probably not. I mean, he was really good for a while, but then, yeah, he just didn't get any damage upgrades. He just capped at 10k for, like, ever. And never got strong again. But at least I got 3,100 agility. So there's that. No, that was a bad one. When should I use Cannibalize? Oh yeah, you can see his health now. Oh gosh. Gonna need an item that does percentage damage on the boss's health. Right, here we go. Well, I can resurrect those, but resurrecting those got me killed there because I didn't attack for a millisecond. That was my mistake, not attacking for a millisecond. Yeah, is there some... I can't... It's been so long since I've done this boss. Is there something that actually makes it so I can actually hurt him? Because otherwise, if I have actually literally got to take that much health, this would take forever. I don't know, there's some sort of mechanic where if you hit him enough times, then he... No? So how are you supposed to kill him, then? Even if I had, like, 10 times the damage, it would still take a long time. Mechanic is to build a better hero. Yeah, well, you tell that to RNG. Oh wait, did they just rejuve the boss? That's brilliant. I'm not sure those things are permanent, those purple things on the ground, but that could be a problem. Because I can't really tank those very easily. There'll just be nothing but those. If the boss attacked me, I could use the spike shield to hurt him. Let's build a better hero, yeah, let's start again. Just fighting the normal mobs is quite a bit. Alright, now we go kill him. Uh-oh, did I get stunned? Yep, I did. I either got entangled or stunned or something.
Our hero has fallen.
I think he's got 900 million health, or 99. Use cleave to your advantage. Cleave the boss. Yeah. Although the boss he has 0 armor, right? Thanks for proving it's impossible with auto attacker. I don't know if it's impossible, but with this character, I think it might be impossible. Cleave damage is pure, but it doesn't matter. Cleave damage is pure, but if the boss has already got 0 armor and he takes this much damage, we'll check again, but I'm pretty sure it said he had 0 armor. Cleave ignores armor. So if they don't have any armor, then Cleave's not going to do anything anyway. 0. He's divine. He only takes damage from chaos. How do you hit these other mobs?
On my way, of course. On my way, right. I'm in order, right. Of course. I'm in order. On my way. On my way. Right. Of course.
Right, he's over here.
Right. Of course. I'm in order. Attack! On my way.
Trying to hit the other mobs. It's very difficult with the angle. Right, there we go. But I can't hit anything. Right. Move and then attack. Then he's teleported again. Right. This is quite hard to set up even just to cleave on the boss, because the mobs are very slowly walking over. Then you've got to pull back and try to get in. And he's got like a huge hitbox. So he's like this big, but he's got like a hitbox like this big. So trying to click the mob that's inside of his hitbox keeps making me click on him instead. Did I ever beat this without summons? I can't remember. You have to go back in my videos. I think we'll probably just use the Who's Your Daddy in a moment now, because the main thing is we just got to the end of the map with the auto attacker. But even if I got, yeah, it's a bit worrying. Oh, overclocked. Yeah, overclocked didn't do shit. Right, here we go. Ready? So hit the mob. See, I can't click the mob. It keeps going for the boss every time. So that's making it really easy for me. Alright. One more go back on that, because that's the one where the mobs are closest to the boss. It's like the one time I might get to cleave. And then I just use Who's Your Daddy. It's been an experience. Okay, so pull back, stand still, hold position, right click. Is the boss taking damage? Not really. So, fucking. Too much time has been spent already. But I'm pretty sure that ain't doing shit. Where is he? I got Who's Your Daddy on now. Should kill the boss with one hit, right? So even with the cheat, it's going to take quite a lot of hits. That's probably how much damage you need to be doing as an auto attacker. Yeah, want to buy Death and Decay. It's always kind of bugged me the way they made Who's Your Daddy work. Could they not trigger it so it's just one shots whatever you're fighting against? They just made it so it does like your character does 1,000 more damage. Yeah, I guess it is impossible to do this as an auto attacker there. Because how much damage is he doing there? You need 101,000, no, maybe 1,000,000 damage. Am I doing 1,000,000 damage per hit? Yeah. So you need to get your auto attacker to do 1,000,000 damage, otherwise you cannot touch this boss, basically. I don't think you can get 1,000,000 damage. That'll be pretty hard to get 1,000,000 damage in this, considering I ended up with 10,000. Oh, the best build is a summoner. You get summoner, and then you get like crazy amounts of like damage and boost to health on these summons. There's an item for summons that deal percentage damage. Is there? I don't think I saw that. Yeah, you need that then. Make sure you buy that because you're still on your run, I think. Overclock should be ashamed of himself. Mirror image is not summons. It's not summons. Getting chased by the bandit lord. Oh yeah, he's got medium armor. Now he's going to be more killable. That might be the answer, actually, Junior. That could be the lore answer. Ah. Defeated the Avatar of Darkness and restored the balance. The game will end in 60 seconds. Well, if you made it to this part of the video, you watched it through, then thank you very much for doing so. Like and subscribe. Check me out, twitch.tv/witty, patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. You can donate to request maps, so be it 4 versus 4 RT strategy or particular custom game. 13 quid, £13.37. Just leave a note saying what map you want played, a link to it preferably, in a little description. And there we have it. Easy map, barely difficult to beat. These are kind of like the really good items though. But yeah, I guess the character just needed to be stronger. And the character also needed to cheat. But otherwise, a clean run.